What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Celebrate Columbus Show, powered by Johnson Whitkemper Insurance. My name is Josh Burnett, and as you can see, we've got a special guest with us today. I'm so excited. I've been following along with the journey of Little Local Life, and I wanted to introduce you all to the person behind that page. She's doing some awesome work, and so we're going to be talking with our special guest from Little Local Life, Taylor. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for those who might not know about you, and we're going to be talking about Little Local Life, but could you give us just a little background about yourself? I know you grew up here in Columbus.
Yeah, I grew up here in Columbus. My family was a small business family, and I worked in their small business for a while and grew up there. And then also spent my days at the ice rink where I was a competitive ice skater and skated in the 2018 Olympic trials for short track speed skating. And now I coach both figure and speed skating over at Hamilton, and started the Little Local Life project just a few months ago and have been really enjoying the process of growing that ever since.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Well, I know that I've been following along on Instagram, Facebook, been paying attention to Little Local Life, but for those who might not know what Little Local Life is, what inspired you to start it, and what is it?
Yeah, well, Little Local Life is mainly an Instagram page. We have Facebook and now TikTok as well. But it started as a community project that aimed at sharing local events, sharing local people who were doing really cool stuff, and just putting some positivity out into our community. It started because, firstly, I went through a cancer journey last year and spent a year in treatment and did a stem cell transplant in January. And recovering from that, I had wanted to do something that was a little more community-based and positive, but still within my capacity that I could feasibly do. And I felt like just being a cheerleader for other people is something that I really wanted to do. And so I just started Little Local Life with some of the tools and creativity that I had previously, and ever since then it's been a really great response, and it's been growing, and it's been really, really fun.
That's awesome. I know that you did a recent talk through a chamber event at Ignite. I wasn't able to be there in person, but you won an award, and what did you talk about during that time?
Yeah, well, at Ignite, I talked about my journey through having cancer and kind of the reality that hits you when you get diagnosed with cancer. That we don't all have infinite amount of time, and that life is sometimes out of our control, and that we have to let go of that control to some degree. So that was a large part of my talk, and then bridging that into what really matters in life. And to me, it's the little things, like the way the light shines through your windows in the morning, and waving at your neighbor, and volunteering for a local event, and just the community around you can make such an impact on your life. And so I talked about how Little Local Life tries to create more of that and really highlight that simple things in life, even though it's little, it's not small, so yeah.
So I know there's a really cool event coming up. I've heard a little bit about it. Little Local Life oftentimes lives on social media, but there's an in-person event coming up. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our very first event that we're helping with is going to be the Donner Centennial Variety Spectacular at Donner Park on November 8th, this Saturday, from 2 to 7 p.m. And it is going to be a celebration of the history of Donner. It came to my attention that Donner was turning 100, and I happened to see the plaque that's on the side of the building talking about how the shelter was originally built to host variety shows in the 20s and 30s. And so I was like, what better way to celebrate its anniversary with throwing a variety show? So we put together this show with tons of acts, all from Columbus, and there's going to be drama, dance, music. Got the Greenback Dollars closing the show, the taiko drummers opening the show, poetry, basically anything you could think of will be in the show. And it's also going to be a great festival with kids activities and food trucks and hot chocolate and s'mores. You know, it's going to be a great fall day. And most importantly, we'll be celebrating Tom Pickett and his role in keeping the shows going for so many years. You know, I think he kept them going for over 20 years. And there's a lot of people who have a great respect and appreciation for Tom Pickett and all he's done for our community. And so we're going to try to fill his shoes a little bit and have a few surprises for him on the day of, and really just celebrate the history and him, and basically what great community we have here in Columbus.
That's awesome. So that's going to be coming up this Saturday, 2 to 7 p.m. Kind of, you can come and go. You can be there for the whole thing, right?
Yeah, it'll be full of acts all day. And then with the fun activities as well, you can hang out, you can have a s'more, you can watch a few acts, play on the playground, eat some food, watch a few more acts, and just make a whole day of it if you want. And a really cool part of this event is that it's going to be a benefit for the Columbus Parks Foundation, and they're going to be a huge part of the future of the Donner Shelter House, and we want to make sure that the shelter house is something that will be in our community and continue to give back for years to come.
Awesome. Well, that's so awesome. I'm so glad that, you know, you started it with a page, you know, you've done a talk about the page, but now creating events and making a real positive difference in Columbus. You know, for those who are watching this and maybe they want to support Little Local Life, which we definitely do, how can we do that?
Yeah, well, firstly, if you're hosting an event or see an event, feel free to send it to us on Instagram or Facebook. We'd love to share and help get the word out about all the events in town. And then secondly, go to all the events and participate in all the little things happening around town, and then tag Little Local Life or hashtag Little Local Life, or send it to us, or however you want. And we're happy to share and keep that message out there.
Awesome. Well, I know one of my favorite videos is something about, you say there's nothing going on in Columbus, but as you know, as we both know, there's always something awesome going on. And we just got to keep spreading the word, because Columbus is an amazing place to live, to work, raise a family, and Taylor is doing an incredible job of spreading positivity and showing all the great things going on in our community. Well, thank you so much, Taylor, for coming on the Celebrate Columbus show, talking about Little Local Life. I'm glad you got to meet her, and I hope that you'll continue to support Little Local Life, because there's something awesome going on in Columbus all the time, and she's inviting us to be a part of it. So I hope that you'll take her up on that, and we'll see you next time.